is failing to upgrade facilities or develop new ones due to lack of funding, then the priorities for 2024 budget. One, construction, refurbishment of new and existing sports and recreation facilities, as I mentioned, e.g. National Sports Stadium, Magamba Hockey Stadium, Kumalo Hockey Stadium, and Chituki's Aquatic Complex.
I'm a member of Parliament for the constituency. My submission is to the Minister of Sport. I was looking at the progress that you've made where facilities, sporting facilities are concerned. And I think that maybe we need to now start to explore newer ways of making sure that we achieve what we want to achieve in the shortest space of time. I think private partnerships are very important for our sporting facilities and will give us value for money in the long run.
The idea that came from the Sunny MP. I realize that it is not the business of government to do everything, but it is the business of government to facilitate, to encourage, and to perhaps...
Honorable, you did not identify.
Ah, okay. My name is Jerry Botora, Senator of Usumba Maraba from Wemunzi. The idea of sporting facilities is such that government must find means and ways of encouraging private sector or even individuals. I'll give an example. There's a very nice football stadium at Musani, which was built by an individual. There are nice swimming pools in Harare, which were built by individuals. I can go on and on because I grew up in that area.
Ministry, I'm sure it's very critical that we should also fund, the Minister of Finance should fund sports. But I think with traditional sponsors who used to support sports, we have deserted sports now because of mismanagement, corruption, and so forth. I think what the minister should start by doing is to ensure that he recovers the relationships with those perennial supporters of all the sports that we have. But
we have worked very hard over the last 5 years to bring corporates back to the table because of the bad governance within our federation, specifically in soccer, hence being suspended for 18 months. So all of that now, we now have a lot of corporates coming back to the table asking us which sports they can sponsor. We saw some good sponsorship coming from corporates in rugby, as well as in cricket, as well as with netball. In order to achieve gold medals, in order to achieve world rankings, winning at World Cups, we need to implement what we've put forward. We need to implement streamlining which sports we as Zimbabwe are going to make as priorities, and we have all of that data that we'll be discussing next week at our strategy session. It's not going to be popular. It's not going to be a popular decision. But when you talk about Jamaica, what athletes do you talk about for Jamaica? You talk about Usain Bolt, you talk about 100, 200 meter sprinters. You don't ever hear about a Jamaican marathon runner or a Jamaican tennis player, and that's not to say their government doesn't support those other sports, but they have 5 or 6 priority sports with priority events that they fully fund year-round with a 5 to 10 year plan. That is what we are putting in place. As said, we will not be popular, we know that. But if we want to win gold medals, if we want to see our netball girls standing on the podium in 4 years, we have to be able to prioritize sports.